Hey guys, so in this video, we will break down the false perception of being a millionaire. So first of all, who I am, my name is Nikhil Sai. I run funneling media. 19 years old, broke dropout to a millionaire in just 2 years, sharing everything I've learned on this channel to help you make your first or next $1 million. So consider subscribing and hit the like button on this video in case if this video gives you a better perspective in your life. So when somebody knows that I made $1 million, I've observed this myself, they suddenly get a different perspective on me, first of all, because of where I'm coming from, the race, in my accent, and my age. They don't think most of the times that I made $1 million at a very young age. But once they know that fact, the perspective on how I should live will immediately change, because I think this is a matrix game on how much they have been brainwashed on how people should live if they make money kind of perspective. But overall, I'll explain you what I've seen. They will expect me to spend a lot of money, and they expect me to buy expensive stuff, have a nice car, buy crazy properties, where I don't even live, and have expensive watches and use devices which are no less than $10,000. Some crazy perspective. But the reality is, that's not wealth. And this false perspective of millionaire is, there is this very weird perspective that being called as a millionaire and having assets worth of $1 million which you can pull when you want from the market into your hand are two different things. So the second option is what I choose to be, which is having assets where I can pull the money instead of just being called as millionaire overall. Because I know there are so many millionaires who are lucky millionaires. They just made $1 million, and most of them don't even continue doing that over and over again, because false perspective of being a millionaire instead of understanding what it means to them and continuing to pursue how they achieve that financial mark overall. What is millionaire to me? Millionaire to me is more like, it's a proof that you achieved better financial stability over anybody else. And I don't think $1 million is financially stable as well. Like if you're living in US, $200,000 a month can give you a comfortable life. $1 million can let you live for 5 years. And I don't think having, cash flow for 5 years is best thing you can ever have. No, I don't think so. I mean, you're comfortable for 5 years, but then what? I don't think you should get bought into the idea of living a false millionaire fake lifestyle. Instead, build wealth, which you can pull off the market and use it whenever you actually want. So the reality of being a millionaire is not having crazy cars or bikes and all of that stuff, which you don't need most likely in your life. The reality of millionaire is being able to having $1 million which you can spend on anything you ever want overall. It could be anything, dumb investment, good investment, completely it's your perspective. Again, you should be able to buy things which you want to overall, in my opinion. But what I really want to avoid, and if you're somebody who is making money, this is a suggestion: don't get into other people's perspective on how you should live, because this is something I struggled with. I was like, oh, how can I buy this watch? I need to buy an expensive watch. How can I just wear a suit which is few $100s? I need to spend $1,000 on a suit. Like, these are things which you can caught up to, because people around you will constantly rub this idea on you. And I was actually in that situation. So you need to be very conscious and live the way you want, because you're fine. Like, if you have just 2 pairs of shoes, that's fine. When you have more money, it doesn't mean you should buy 17 different pairs of shoes which are expensive as fuck, which you'd never wear in the first place. I don't think that's the best money spent, especially if you're not a shoe lover. You can buy into your own reality and get conscious on where you want to be over letting other people determine how you should live, because most of the time people do perceive it unconsciously or consciously, and they will try to create a different reality for you which you might not want to perceive. So be very conscious, because I'm living in a duplex. It is a 3 BHK and it does all the job, which at a utility perspective is very fine for me. I don't think I should right now live in an expensive house which might cost me $10,000-$20,000 in rent. I really don't think so, because I'm comfortable where I am, and in terms of this does the job. Like, it's in the city and I can go wherever I want. So what I really want to say is, at least the true millionaires I have met, I have networked with people who I actually seek advice from. These guys are millionaires, multi-millionaires, centimillionaires, even billionaires. These guys are frugal with their money. Like, they question every single dollar they're spending and see if it's actually worth it or not. Only the fake millionaires are the one who, drive Lambos on which are rented most of the times and all of that jazz. The true millionaires don't usually do that. My whole goal of this video is just documenting to myself that you should never get caught into idea of how you should live when you're making money, because other people think XYZ about you. You are not here to impress somebody else. You are here to live for yourself overall. At least that's applies to me. So most of the time, this false perspective that you need to spend more when you're making more doesn't make any sense to me. I spend the same amount of money on my food, Maybe I eat a little bit more hygiene and healthy and more protein these days, but I'm almost spending the same amount I always used to. Like, I wear a $5 t-shirt. I don't need a $5,000 outfit when I'm going outside. I don't think it is important. I don't think that adds any more value to my life, because you can choose to find satisfying things the way you want. It's all your perspective. I've always seen these millionaires, they're frugal with their money. They only invest in things which can give them the best return, mostly in themselves or in properties and assets and markets which can give them crazy returns over, buying stuff which they never need to impress other people. And only people who make $2,000 a month and spend all of it or most of it on weekends and live on debts are the people who have this fake perspective of being a millionaire is owning $1 million car, multi-million-dollar house, or having a $50,000 watch on their hand. I really don't think so, and I just want to remind myself to not get caught up into those situations, because you can easily go, especially when you're around with these people who haven't seen wealth, who haven't seen much wealth in their life. They will easily get caught up into that mindset and they will rub that idea on you, and when you're spending enough time with them, you will get persuaded, you will get bought into that information, you will feel like you need the next new shiny thing, and you choose to waste money that way. So this video is just to show the difference between what a millionaire means to me, that is having liquid assets which you can pull off the market and use wherever you actually want, not just a millionaire for status. And then understanding that you can choose to spend the money you want no matter how much money you're making, and it's okay to not follow what other people think you should do, especially spending on things which doesn't add more value into your life. And the definition of value could be anything to you. In my life, to me, value definition is, does it serve the utility? Is it something important? And then does it help me to be a better person than I am yesterday? And that's typically what I'm trying to invest in most of the times. And it's okay to not show off. It's okay to not own $1 million car. It's okay to not live in a crazy multi-million-dollar property and pay crazy rents. If you're fine where you are and if it does the job for you, then nothing like it. Just keep doing it. So yeah, that's pretty much why I wanted to make this video. I hope this video gave you a better perspective, and I think it is important. I think you need to learn from wealthy people. Only broke people spend all the money they have on stuff to impress other people. Millionaires, multi-millionaires, decamillionaires, centimillionaires, and billionaires, they are frugal with their money. They cry like a kid when they lose their money. They are very, very frugal, and they invest in things which compounds so that they can actually become more wealthy. So wealth building is the real game here. Don't get caught up on the idea of looking like a millionaire. So this is me, the Nikhil Sai, and this is just a documenting process of my own advices to myself. In case if this video serves you well, nothing like it. I hope you find value from this video. Just in case, if you like the content, feel free to share this to anybody who might want to watch this video and get some advice. Please subscribe and like the video. Comment your opinion or give me some suggestions on what type of videos you would like to watch next. I would love to make more content. So this is me, the Nikhil Sai, signing off for today. Peace for now. Bye-bye.